Hello, students. I want to welcome you to this drawing session featuring drawing interior elevations. And I want to show you how to go through a method of creating your own cabinet and kitchen elevations using your floor plan. I'm referring this week to a module which we have for interior elevations that will apply to the final project. Here is a good example of what you will see when you take a look at an elevation. There are standard heights that you need to be aware of that are mentioned both in the book, but also during lecture, and they're pretty typical. A lot of them apply to the ADA. These dimensions here are standard, but they're not required because you can place in any kind of cabinets that you like that makes aesthetically pleasing design. But the ones that are required are these that go into the vertical. These are your typical heights. As you can see, 36 inches up to the top of the counter is the norm. Then there's an opening, and that can vary. Older homes have 12 inches, standard is 18, and for more luxurious, you can go 24 to 30 if you want to fit in more appliances, but be aware that it cuts down on your cabinet space above. So let's go through that. On this module, you'll see that we've gone through and showing you in words all the things that you need to do, and I will show you in video these same steps: taking the measurements, transferring the measurements to make the frame, which is really floor, ceiling, one end of the wall to the other end of the wall, until finally you create your area that you want to draw into. And then you can start doing your measurements, taking cues from the floor plan, where to find these heights, and you start laying out things using tick marks. Here's a nice cabinet, and you take all the dimensions from your floor plan and add them to the elevation. So let's go through that together, shall we? Here I have my drawing surface set up, have my T-square. You can see this will allow me to make sure that I am keeping with the right angle, keeping things straight. And I've cut this one out, but you have yours on trace. And I'm really going to look at my plan. We're going into what we've drawn up that will represent our final plan. So one of the things that we'd like to do is to get this elevation along here. I've lined it up in this direction for the ease of explanation of what I'm going to do with this. And here's a little clip of it. What I'm going to do here is going to require me to make use of the architect scale. And then on our little slideshow, we had an idea of what we're going to be doing. Looking back on the module, we can see that the directions for this are we're going to do our 1/4 inch scale. And so we're going to take these measurements and then we're going to transfer them. We're going to take the measurements of the 1/4 inch scale and then redraw it using the 1/2 inch scale. So one way we do that is to take our plan that's a 1/4 scale, which we have on trace, and start taking the measurements of what's going to happen along this kitchen wall. So I've laid a piece of trace over, and I'm going to go with my 1/4 scale to get the important measurements. 2.5 feet, and then this little counter space is 2 feet. Then I have the range coming up. Range is going to be at 3 feet. Now you can do this with pick marks. You can do like I'm doing, or you could take a little ledger, just a little set of notes that are going to help you. So here I have 3 feet 6 inches on this countertop. Okay, now that I have these, I'm going to recreate this. This was the 1/4 scale. These are my measurements. And now I'm going to flip this to get my half-inch scale as I redraw it. So let's plan the redraw now. So one thing I did have to come back and do a quick measurement is how far is it from this wall here to the end of this wall, so I can capture this little view scope. And here's our symbol for it. And the answer is 16 feet. So I'm going to take off my plan now. I just need it around for reference, but I'm going to start making a 16-foot wall section, and we're using the half-inch. So I'll get my T-square. Let's just make a line that will represent ground floor. And let's measure off 16 feet. Okay, let's get our 16 feet. First, we're just going to draw a ground line. Ground line. Half-inch scale. Ooh, just need this as a reference, so we can put this away. Let's go 0, 16 feet on this side. Okay, so then I can draw a line up using the right angle, and let's get our angle resting on the T-square. We want a right angle. This represents one end of the wall, and you could come over and you can always erase. We're just trying to create a frame. Other side. Let's go back and look at our directions. Find out how high that vertical is. Okay, so we have the width, and we're looking through the directions. Ceiling height is 9 feet. Now, your design can vary. 9 feet is standard, but if you want a taller ceiling for some reason, if you're a bookstore or you just like taller ceiling on that commercial space, you can do that. But I'm going for the 9 feet from the floor to the ceiling, and when I reach 9 feet, I'm going to draw in the ceiling. So let's do that on the plan. I had a line up there that you see that was from earlier, but let's see if that's close to 9. I'm going to use the half-inch scale. And it is not, so I'm going to have to erase that line so I do not get confused. It's way up here. And then we'll use our right angle. We'll use my right angle. I don't have to do the same measurement again, so I could probably use this. Okay, the ceiling is going in. The ceiling is coming around this side. And this is the easy part. So we're gonna erase these. Let me stop this. Now I've come back and I've erased, but I've also added the original 1/4 inch dimensions that I took earlier, have the picture, and I've laid those here using the half-inch scale. And I've kind of write little notes to myself so I know what's what. These lines, stove is in here, fridge is in here. This is going to be the pantry door. So now I have little spots, and I go over very lightly to draw in some lines that will represent the cabinet spacing. So now that I have them all nicely marked out, I'll just take them from about here. Very light lines just to help my thinking. Work my way down. Where the fridge is going to go. And then the rest is going to be the pantry. Let's go back and look at our directions. Okay, so we just completed the bounding box, the area that we're going to draw. And now we're going to get in our verticals. This represents the floor and the ceiling. So now we need to get the elevation heights. And the ones that we'd like to go for are 3-foot counter from the bottom. And then we're going to go cabinets from top of the counter to the bottom of the upper is 1'6". So let's do that into our drawing. So I'm going to come off to the side here and I'm going to mark out the 3 feet. So that's the top of the cabinet. Uh, what they show to do is to make this light line because all of your cabinets are going to end up the same on this. So let's just go ahead and put in that countertop all the way through. Barely got enough ruler to do it. And then there's another 1'6". If you want that much or that little space, we can add that. And I'm just going to take that line all the way through, keep it all light right now. And so this is going to be bottom cabinets, top cabinets, counter, and that open space. So I have all those accounted for, and now I can go back and look at the plan. Okay, so we're going to measure from the wall. But this is from her plan. So yours is going to be different. She's taking this first row from her plan. Let's look at my plan and see what I have to do. Okay, so we have tape is starting to. Okay, so if I'm starting with this end, I don't have to draw a cabinet at first, so I don't have that condition that she does. I just have to make sure that I start lining these up. And this first line was going to represent a pantry. And instructor's hemmed by short work surface here, but we can still make it work. Okay, so all this is going to be pantry. So the big deal here will be to draw in the door. So let's move to the next thing, an opening for the fridge. Okay, so a fridge, all we're concerned about is an opening because it's going to be a solid object. And whatever happens up here, we can probably get in the cabinet here, but then we need to know the typical height for a fridge. So let me look that up. And then looking quickly at Google, I can see that the height or whatever reference that you may have, you may already have a cut sheet of them. It's 70 inches, which is about 6 feet. So I can go back to my plan and add that in. Okay, so this is the open area for the fridge, and let's put that in at 6 feet. Okay, so I will cap that off. This is all, this could, right now, it could just be dedicated space to the fridge. I might have a fridge in mind, which I can start drawing in there if I want to. Okay. And then just to keep my mind clear, I make sure that I remove the countertop so I don't draw straight through it. There we have a fridge space. Next thing we want to capture, fridge. We have a base cabinet that takes this. Next one is the stove. And just so I keep clear, I'll put a little stove kind of looking window. And I'll come back and clean this up. So let's just get this down. Okay. And now we come to the fantastic part, which is this countertop. But now we'll kind of get the look that the canvas one does, because I need to account for this cut space here. And this is where that side of cabinet view is going to come in. Here's the upper, here's the lower. And what does that look like